Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of the Basement Ballers podcast, live on YouTube. Basement Ballers. Let me just fix this. There we go. Live, Basement Ballers. We're going to get started because, you already know what it is. We want to get things going, get things ready for you guys. I'm going to answer Brahim's phone call so that he doesn't kill me. So let me just answer that, hopefully. Brahim, can you talk?
Yes, I can talk. I have a voice. I have a mouth.
All
Pause.
right. Your AirPods are in?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just.
The audio cool.
All right. You're a little low, but
Hello.
say something.
Can you hear better? Yes, can you hear better now?
Yeah, that's better. Okay. So welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I hope you guys enjoy. We just literally just got off our TikTok live to come and do this. That was a lot of fun. We were watching Arsenal versus Everton live, and we had some interaction. We had some likes. We had some follows. So we appreciate that. But now we are on YouTube. But before we get started with our hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there's an echo. What the hell?
Oh, an echo.
That's terrible. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Say something again.
Hello.
Okay, damn, that was wild. All right, but yeah, so we just literally just got off our TikTok live. Before we get started, though, I do want to shout out our sponsor, Oceana. I don't know, wait, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Over there, Oceana is our sponsor. This is a brand, a fashion brand that sells watches. They sell accessories, bags, everything. They're our very first sponsor. They have a lot of like coupon codes and things like that they've offered to us to share with you guys. So if you guys are interested in checking them out, they are in our description. But Oceana, yeah, they're a very new business. So check them out. Support. They ship
If you care
internationally.
about your drip, man. If you care about your drip.
If you care about your drip, Fox.
Yeah, if you're a man who cares about, the drip, you're a woman who cares about her fashion. If you want to walk down the street and get, little looks on you, little number, little, anything,
Fox.
you go to Oceana.
Fox. Bro, I think your AirPods are, so there's something going on. Is there any way to just talk straight to your phone or? Oh, but then they might hear me, eh?
Yeah, let's, hold up, let me,
Give it a sec, guys. Sorry, we're just working on some technical difficulties. Hello?
yes, hello. Is this cool?
Yeah, that's better, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So now that we shouted our sponsor, again, their logo will just be in the bottom right, and their links will be in our description. But without further ado, let's get started. This is Basement Baller Podcast. Thank you guys again for the TikTok likes and everything. Shout out to you guys who have joined us now on YouTube. We're getting ready to go. If you guys have questions, comments, and anything you want to get involved, let us know. But without further ado, let's start with our Saturday matchups because there was no Premier League games on Friday. So we're going to start off with Saturday. And the first game on Saturday, the earliest game on Saturday, was Liverpool versus Wolves, which is a game. Did you watch that game, Brahim?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Awesome. All right, so definitely we would be able to talk about that. So, just to give a quick recap, this is a game that started off very poor for Liverpool, very bad. We were losing possession in the midfield. McAllister was getting overrun. That brother looked like he was still jet lagged. Honestly, it could have been 2-0, could have been 3-0, to be honest. It was just that bad. But we were able to rebound. We were able to come back in the second half with Jurgen Klopp's motivation, Jurgen Klopp's strategy, switch up, the way that he switched up to play four up front was definitely able to like allow our offense to gel, to flow a lot better. So that was a great change. We were very much the better team in the second half. We honestly deserved to win. If it was just a matter of the second half, we definitely deserved to win. But over the course of the game, we won. We got our 3 points. That's pretty much it. Honestly, like if I were to highlight some things about the game, Mo Salah, I don't know. I don't think that third assist. A lot of people have been saying 3 assists. I don't think that third assist counts.
Yeah, no, if it's an own goal, then no.
Andrew Robertson. Yeah, it's an own goal. So he had 2 assists that game, which I mean, there was nothing to sneeze at. No hat trick of assists, but 2 assists, still amazing. He was setting up plays. He was making runs. Again, he didn't have a great first half. No one did on our team, but he had a solid second half and really kind of like made things connected the dots, I would say. But and then with McAllister, it was a bad game, obviously. But I mean, I think the brother was just tired. The brother would just played a game against Bolivia, high altitude. Then he's trying to
Yeah,
come
that
back and
was.
play. Like it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought, yeah, you guys got dust in the first half. Second half, yeah, completely different. I mean, you guys scored 3 goals, and like all your goals came in the second half. It was nice that Robertson goal. The second one was really nice because he ends up taking the ball, plays the ball to Salah. Salah plays it back to him, then scores that. Then the third goal. I mean, I don't think anyone expected that to go in because even the goalie was kind of looking. He thought he was going out
Well,
because
Elliott's shot was out. Like if it
because
was, yeah.
then it deflected, but then by the way everyone was looking, they were thinking it was just gonna like roll, like hit the post and roll up. Then it hit the post, the other post, then it went in.
Yeah, no, a very deceptive goal. But I mean, that was obviously the one that kind of sealed it. It took out everything from the Wolves in terms of like any kind of momentum or any motivation to come back. I mean, it was a late goal to be fair. It was in the 90th minute, 90 plus one. So,
Yeah, that
um,
was.
it was the nail in the coffin at that point. So, but I think that our willingness to fight back has been impressive. But they interviewed Sabazlai after the game, who to be honest has been one of our best players all season, which is like really promising given how much we spent for him. But they interviewed him after the game, and he said something very true, which is like, ideally we don't want to go down. Like we went down 1-0 against Bournemouth. Okay, we came back 1-3-1. We went down, no, and then we went down now against what's it called? Against Wolves, and then we managed to win. And then we went down against Newcastle, managed to win. Ideally, we don't want to have to make the comeback. We've managed to do it 3 times this season, but ideally, no. We want to be the more dominant
Yeah,
side from the get go.
you don't want to have to exert yourself all the time just to come back.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah.
So like it's just one of them things where like Liverpool need to figure out a way to start off the game strong, start off the game powerful. The defense needs to find a way to to link up more from the get go rather than have them like take time. And I get that there's so many changes on the defensive end these days because of like obviously with Van Dijk's red card, Trent injured hamstring, things like that. A lot of changes happening in the defensive side. So I get how like it's not always gonna mesh the way that you think. But ideally, we don't want to have to come from behind. Pause. And ideally, but next game, I don't know who are we playing next. I wanna.
I believe it's a hard game. Pause. Stop saying pause.
Yeah, we need to really. It's against West Ham. It is. It's a tough game.
That's a tough. Oh, next week's the North London Derby. Oh shit, already.
Arsenal Spurs.
Oh, that Spurs Arsenal game is gonna be at the same time as the. Man, what the hell? They're putting all 3 of the best games on the same time. So Chelsea play Villa, which is good. Liverpool West Ham, which is a good game. Then Arsenal and Spurs. All those games are at 9 a.m. What the hell?
Yeah, that's gonna be. Well, bro, we can do like a super watch along on TikTok for that one.
Yeah, we'll do a gargantuan watch.
Oh, bro, everybody's gonna be like watching along. They're gonna be
Okay,
watching us watching along.
that's kind of the point of a watch along, ain't it?
Let's go, baby. All right, but yeah, now next week is definitely action packed, especially because Champions League starts. But we'll talk about Champions League after our Premier League stuff. But anyway, that's the Wolves. That's the Wolves Liverpool game. Cool. Let's move on. Fulham Luton Town. I don't have much to say. Honestly, I was like really debating watching the highlights for this game when I found out that it was 1-0 for Fulham, and
You to get me up to watch a Fulham Luton Town game, you're gonna need to inject me with some type of crack. And then for me, it's only 1-0. You
you
Luton are going out sad. I'm telling you, it's 4 losses out of 4. They're going out sad. I'm telling you, they're gonna get really good, man.
yeah, no, it's done. I mean, they played. I'm assuming.
Chelsea are fourth.
I'm,
Chelsea are fourth.
huh?
Chelsea and United are 13th and 14th
Oh,
respectively.
best relegation pals, relegation
Yeah,
rivals.
it's
Let's go, baby. But yeah, anyway, I didn't watch that game to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But from what I'm seeing here, there it was a sub that scored. It seems. Let me just double check that.
yeah, the
Vinicius, Carlos Vinicius.
The Walbert Vinicius scored, yeah.
Yeah. So shout outs to that. I mean, obviously, it's not looking for a lot. I mean, a lot of. I think I had to Luton at 20th before the start of the season. So like,
I think everyone had them 20th. Man. There's
yeah,
no way.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe the one Luton Town fan. Not okay. No, they don't have one. Sorry, that's disrespectful. But like, I mean, obviously, Luton Town fans are more hopeful than maybe other fans. But
Well,
I think for
unless you
us, yeah.
go to Luton, which is like it's a part of London. I'm pretty sure Luton's like just like a suburb of London or some shit. I'm pretty sure. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But unless you go there, I think if you find a Luton fan outside of Luton, then I would like, yeah, it's impossible. I don't think anyone grew up watching League One, and the Conference League when
Facts.
Luton were in it. I don't think anyone's growing up supporting Luton unless they're from there.
Facts.
The point is, there was that. There was the City West Ham game, which catfished me a bit because I thought City
No,
were
I
we're
didn't.
down at the first half. Then Doku comes on with like literally like 30 seconds after the restart, and then what's his name? They end up what was I gonna say? They end up scoring. They ended up winning. Holland had kind of a stinker. I can't lie. He did it. He had like a few chances he could have scored from. Had kind of a stinker. He could have stolen Bernardo Silva's goal, but decided not to.
You know, somehow they made that about Ronaldo.
And
You know,
even
somehow people made that shit about Ronaldo. They were like,
playing bad, man, he gets a goal. So I'm telling you, man, that's why I don't know if I would give him the Ballon d'Or because even despite how shit he played, he still scored a goal.
yeah, no,
And
he's very much a player. He's a player that if he lacks service, he won't score. Right? He can't. He doesn't create his own chances.
yeah, I don't. The point is, yeah, Man City maintained their perfect start to the league. Obviously, that's sure we have a few City fans in the live, But point is, they
Bro,
maintained.
honestly, I wasn't watching the game live. I ended up watching the highlight, but just from like the simple stats, possession and shots on target, bro.
Yeah, no, like they
They had like
shot.
13 shots on target in the first half, City. And I was
Yeah.
like, I was telling him because I was live at the time watching the United game on TikTok. By the way, check out the TikTok. But even during, I'm like, bro, like this is a very deceptive scoreline, 1-0. Like this either like Areola is like having a masterclass game or like
Thoroughly deserved to win that. Like no defense.
100%. Like this was like basically West Ham Brighton, except like the better team actually came out. Like you know,
Yeah. There was also Villa Crystal Palace, which I wanted Crystal Palace to win only for the fact that Roy Hodgson was like sick and like has like an illness, so he couldn't be present at the game. So it's kind of like I'll win it for like your manager kind of thing, like all that softy bullshit. So like I wanted them to win for that. I mean they were up 1-0, and then like I'm pretty sure all I remember is that was 1-0, and then Crystal Palace won at not at the end. Villa won at the end because they tied it 1-1 at the 87th minute. Then they got a penalty at the 99th minute,
yeah,
and then they scored another goal 2 minutes later. So they pretty much they pretty much won it like at the last second.
last, yeah, literally the last.
Based on like statistic, like possession, shots, whatever. Okay, like I didn't watch that game. I just watched the highlights. You'd assume that like yeah, they probably deserve to win that because they shot all over Palace. But like I don't know, man. I'm not liking this adding 12, 13 minutes on and shit. Because bro, people are just gonna get injured.
I don't like it either. Like obviously the like I get the point of it. I get like the like you want to prevent time wasting whatever. But it's like so far it's not working. Teams will still take 16 years to get to sub off if they need to. You know,
Mm.
teams will still do like all sorts of tactics just to like give themselves a breather or like they'll go down with the like a cramp or something. You know what I mean? Like teams will still employ these tactics, and all you're doing is if that one brother that actually has a cramp is still out there because he can't be subbed off because you guys already used all your subs, then he's forced to play with a cramp. It might get worse. He might hurt himself. And then that same brother might be told, oh yeah, also on Wednesday you have to play a Champions League game and all this stuff, and it's just so stupid because like at the end of the day, like soccer/football is all about tactics, okay? And if one of your tactics is to be a time wasting prick, then that's just one of your tactics, isn't it? Okay, and if the solution is not to then just add an extra bro. Sometimes we gotta go grocery shopping. Sometimes we gotta go to the washroom. I don't got time to watch all this extra time.
Indeed.
Just
I don't
allow
know.
it, bro. I don't want to be up one. But the thing is, and even if you're the team that's up, you're the team that's up 2-1, let's say, and they add 9 minutes extra. Bro, that is the worst 9 minutes of your life. This is just not only creating heart damage for the fans, but it's also just stressing out the players. And I'm just not about it. Not
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
that's some bullshit. But
But
anyways,
that
moving on.
was that game. It was a good game
Yeah.
though, to be honest. Let's talk about Newcastle Brentford because that one was kind of boring.
That one,
Um,
yeah. Some of the a lot of the like games like this week were kind of man. Like yeah, that was a 1-0. I
I
mean,
watched it. I don't know if you did. You just watch the highlights, or I watched the actual like the full game.
I watched a
Um,
bit of.
it was very much a scrappy win from Newcastle. Like kind of like okay, like a win is a win kind of thing. Uh, Callum Wilson gets takes the penalty. He scores it. Honestly, arguably there should have been a second penalty for Newcastle because there was a handball in the box. I don't get how these like a lot of handballs this season. I don't know if they've changed the rules for like like a handball in the box, but
Yeah.
because he was like the brother was like this and it hit his hand like
Mhm.
like it was like out like this. This to
Mhm.
me is not like flush to your body or it is not on your body. This to me is like not a natural position. I don't know like, but a lot of them are going away like that. It's the same thing with that one. But I mean, listen, obviously Newcastle's not going to really super care because they got the dub. It's a little unfortunate for Brentford because I mean they could have scored. They could have definitely at least got a draw out of the game. They didn't. Just want to remind myself that was away. So I mean, anyways, it's not a terrible result for Brentford. Obviously they probably wanted
Would
at
have
least
preferred a
to
win,
draw.
but like Brentford are sitting right now exactly 10th place, which is what I predicted this year. So
Fox.
seems my prediction is coming along. But now I'm gonna get on to okay. We'll get on to Spurs Sheffield because like okay that was cool because Richarlison as the resident Richarlison dick rider for
Bro, I
anyone who
don't, bro. I see. Thing is, like I don't think you can go as far as to say like I be riding like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be supporting. You know,
no you dick
I'm
ride
not
for
like
real.
you. Like when it comes to Messi, no. Like
Yeah, but
I'm
Messi,
like more like a good supporter, like a good friend.
yeah, but Messi, you supporter of
Like
who?
I feel like Richarlison should invite me to the barbecue kind of thing. You know, like
You don't support Spurs. Who are you supporting, man? Oh, you support Brazil? I don't give a
I'm a
fuck. What
Brazil
he does?
fan.
He does a pigeon dance. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Nah,
brother.
listen.
Nah, that brother came from the struggles. You know, that
He's
guy really came from the gutter.
Spurs are down 1-0 the whole game. They pretty much dominate Sheffield United, which is a surprise that like Sheffield United were pretty much almost about to win the game. Where Charlton scores at the 99th minute and then sets up the winner like a minute later.
Fox.
So like,
No, it was clutch, bro, clutch. And
it
but
was
not even just that. Like there was that one tackle on Madison in the box, which I don't get how that's not a penalty.
I don't know, man. Look, this is the best I've seen Spurs play slash be in terms of results and shit since
Well, like
since
5 years ago.
It's like Poch, yeah, about 5 years ago. I haven't seen them like this is the first time in like 3 years I'm actually worried about a North London derby.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%, 100%. You should be worried. It's where is it? It's at
It's gonna be at Arsenal. It's gonna be at Arsenal.
Okay, so bro, yeah, no, it's definitely something to be worried about, bro. I'll be honest. Like uh, they're an attacking force. These Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Son at the nine. I mean, I don't think Son had a great game, but if they play Son as a striker, and I don't know, it's not going to be an easy one, especially because like even today, I mean, we'll get to that later, but it's a good listen. It's a good morale booster for Richarlison. It's a good
Yeah,
win for Tottenham because I was like I wasn't watching this game because I was watching the United game, but I saw that it was 1-0. It was the 90th minute, and I was telling the viewers, like I was telling the stream, I'm like, all right, yeah, like it looks like Tottenham lost to Sheffield, and I was like saying, bro, that's so surprising.
mm-hmm.
And then like 5 minutes later, I checked back on the score, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it's that's cool for them, I guess. There was no. I want to get onto the actual funny result from this.
the funny result. Yeah, so
Yeah,
obviously the
United.
best result of the weekend, which is Brighton versus United. So we both watched this game fully.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we
Well, there.
both, for whatever reason, I don't know. I think pretty sure I knew why I thought Brighton was gonna win. I just had a feeling. Even though it was at United at Old Trafford, I still had a feeling that United was gonna bottle it somehow.
Yeah, no, me, I was. Bro, listen, I told you this last week. Brighton beat United at Old Trafford in the first game of the season last year. I said, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again. And each time, what the funniest shit is that each goal United conceded was just the same goal.
Yeah.
Every time, Brian would literally just have a midfield runner running up into the box, no one marking him, and he would
And then
just
he would
score.
just cut in, and then yeah, like fact.
That's what happened for every goal. Man United looked dog shit. Casemiro, the best DM in the world, looks washed. They paid 60 million for a goalie so he can pass, but he can't save anything. Martinez, the butcher is terrible.
Brother using a
Like,
butter knife.
like literally,
Um.
that was
Oh
that
no,
was a
it
classic.
was a very bad game from United.
Dog
They
shit.
needed like a pretty solid goal from Hannibal to like even get one, and that was back after they were down 3-0. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even like a
Yeah, no,
um.
it's I don't know, man. United, like remember when I predicted this year that they were gonna finish outside the top four, and then you said you were like, nah, I'm not sure, and then like I know some people, I made a video about it, and some people were like, nah, bro, they're gonna finish like fourth. Remember, some dudes were saying United were gonna be in a title charge this year. I'm like,
But the thing is,
no,
bro, we gotta stop talking about the players and start talking about the manager. I'm gonna be honest.
no,
Like,
no. It's the opposite. Talk about the. You need to keep in mind, man. I'm not saying like Ten Hag, like I'm not saying he's like wow whatever, but bro, when it's pretty much like most of the same players who have got rid of the last three men, a lot of these players were there when Ollie was there. A lot of these players were there when it was Mourinho. Like,
but true, bro. But like taking the strategy that I just didn't understand. In the 85th minute, you decide, okay,
mm,
to sub on Garnacho, to sub on Wan-Bissaka, and
yeah,
to sub on Pellistri.
look,
Why?
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Ten Hag like they can maybe get something better. I'm not saying that like he's not an issue, like he is somewhat of an issue, yes. But at the same time, it's just rinse and repeat. As long as they keep the same owners, nothing they can get Pep and they're not gonna do anything. As long as they have the same owners, it's always gonna stay like this. Now, coming from me, I have no issue with that because them struggling to me is is my joy. It's what makes me happy and
It's what
stuff.
makes him sleep at night, bro.
But don't get me wrong, I'm not pissed at all that they're this bad. But if I'm looking at it just like logically, no, I'm not blaming Ten Hag. I'm putting 10% of the blame on him, and then 90% of the blame on the players slash board. Because at the same time, you got to keep in mind, man, a lot of these players like Bruno Fernandez, the Harry Maguires, the actually not Harry Maguire. Okay, listen, I'll tell you this. There's a lot of players that Man United fans rate, and they're like, "Oh, he's good, he's good, he's good." But they don't realize, bro, is that like there's a common denominator. These like Bruno Fernandez has been there for when they lost 7-0 to Liverpool. He was captain on that day, I'm pretty sure. When they lost 5-0 Liverpool at home. When they lost 4-0 Liverpool. When they got smashed by City twice. They got smashed by Spurs. They lost to us a couple times. They got smashed by fucking Everton. They got He was there for a lot of their bad results, right?
Yeah.
Rashford, same thing. I mean, I know he doesn't start that much anymore, but Martial was there, blah blah. You need to look at the common denominator right here. Like it's all well and good saying that he stacks up goals, assists, whatever. But if a lot of these players were there under different managers, getting smashed by like keep in mind, Bruno Fernandez was there when they got smashed by Watford,
Yeah.
Maguire, Dallo, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof. Like all of these guys were there when they were getting smashed by other teams. Like
Fox.
and plus on top of the fact that a lot of these players, like I will say this though, but Eric Ten Hag doesn't endear himself because all he does is complain. Like yesterday, he came out talking about something about like spending or some shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you spent. They've given him 500 million. You know
Yeah.
what he spent for that 500 million? Damn near 100 mil on Anthony,
Yeah.
60 million for Mason Mount, a player that they don't need. He's the one who bought Emi Martinez, not Emi Martinez, Alessandro Martinez. He's the one who bought him. He's the one who got Hoyland. He's the one who got what's his name, Onana. Like you can't say he's not been backed. Like he's been backed with a few players. Like, I
100% he's
get
been back. But that's exactly why. Like I'm saying, because
his talent ID sucks. Like every player that they've ever bought under him has been someone he's worked in or has been in the Dutch league for the most part. Think of it. Ericsson, he worked with. Aaron Bot, who they loaned in right now, even though he's not playing because he's injured. He Ten Hag coached him.
Fox.
Anthony, he coached him. Martinez, he coached him.
But that's
Onana,
the one thing that like where you could say with FSG that's different than the Glazers is Glazers don't do good business. FSG does good business. Are
they do, but
FSG cheap as shit? Yes, they are so cheap. But do they do good business? Yes, bro. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's just, but Glazers don't do good business. I think that's what Ten Hag was alluding to. He was talking about inflation and how like when it comes to United, like prices are inflated or something. So he was talking about something like that, right? I think that's what he's referring to. I think when the price tag for United is always a bit higher than the price tag for other teams. You know what I mean?
No, it's not even. Chelsea paid 150 million
No,
for
but that's
Kaiser.
Chelsea. Chelsea are like stupid too, bro. Like I'm
Yeah,
not.
like
It's like like comparing an elephant to a whale.
you can't complain about money when you've basically gotten you paid 85 million for Anthony, you paid 70 mil for Casemiro, 60 mil for Mason Mount. Like all of these players were bought because like you were the one who wanted them.
Fox.
You wanted these players. Like
Fox.
you can't. Like there's no one to blame but himself. So yeah, Man United.
You think, but you think it gets to the point that if United keep on this downward trend, that it's Ten Hag out by January.
Well, listen, so you can't change the whole squad. So obviously, if the team sucks, you're gonna have to sacrifice someone, which would be Ten Hag.
It has to be the manager. The manager is usually the scapegoat.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it's his fault. You can get in any other manager. They're not gonna. They're not gonna do better. It's not. It's
Fox.
not a managerial issue.
Fox.
Now, if new owners come in and they want to sack Ten Hag or they want to get rid of him, okay, cool. Let the new owners get their own manager, fine. But the Glazers should not be allowed to sack. This is the fifth manager they've had since Ferguson retired, and all of them have
100%.
failed.
Yeah.
Like you have to, like keep in mind, they've gotten Mourinho. Mourinho had won the league at any team he's been at, basically, until he went to Man United. They got him, he failed. They got Van Gaal, who was a seasoned coach, he failed. They got what's his name, Ten Hag, who, almost took Ajax to the Champions League final, won them leagues, blah 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 blah. A lot of Ajax fans consider him to be one of their best, if not their best coach ever, right? He was great. Like you take all of that, like okay, all the appointment of Ollie just sucks. So that, and then David Moyes, he's not that good either. Okay, fine. Like those three other managers I just listed are all like put them at like a Arsenal or Chelsea, whatever. Like they probably they do good. Like you put them at a Liverpool,
Fox.
Man City, they would do good.
Fox.
But you put them at United, they all fail for one reason or another. So you have to start looking at basically what's the common theme here, and that's the owners.
Yeah. No, it's true, brother. It's true. United, it was one thing that was funny. What's it called? Like somebody on Twitter was talking about like we always knew that Onana wasn't like the greatest shot stopper, and it was like,
Yeah, but
bro,
then
like I hate when people describe a goalie as not a good shot stopper. It's like, bro, you're a goalie.
no,
You're
but
like
what I hate is that people excuse well, he's not a great shot stopper, but he's very good at distributing the ball. Okay, then put him in the midfield.
like fuck, like what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean he's not a good stopping the ball from going into the net? Then take that brother out. Go hire him at McDonald's. I don't know.
Look, I know De Gea had his flaws, but two of the goals that Brighton scored yesterday, again, not two, not specifically the third goal, De Gea saves that.
Yeah.
I'm convinced De Gea
Yeah.
saved.
100%.
Plus, like I said, De Gea probably needed changing, but changing him now when they had other.
It was useless. Yeah, you spent 60 million on a new goalie.
Like, what's the point? Spend that 60 million on midfield because their midfield fucking stinks. Like that's like
It's
for me,
so
it's
bad.
Bro, you got rid of a goalie who had the most clean sheets in the league last year.
Yeah.
Like I know he's limited when it comes to distributing the ball and stuff, but still, that's more of a pressing issue for later.
Facts.
They didn't need to go get a goalie.
Well, there's a fraud watch alert on Casemiro right now, bro. It's out. It's like there's literally posters everywhere for that brother. He's missing.
Terrible, man.
He's been so bad this season. It's like it's sad because I like the brother. I love Casemiro, but like he has been one of their worst players. Like for what he is, for his value plus like his legacy. And I'm not like obviously I know the brother's getting old and stuff like and I get that, but that brother has been shambolic. And it's just it's not looking good for United this year. Obviously, like I don't foresee them going much lower than where they are now. It's literally the beginning of the season. They will win some games, and they will probably hopefully. And why did I say hopefully? But like I'm sure those Champions League like matches, especially because like their biggest opponent in their group is Bayern. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's Bayern. Yeah.
And they're playing them Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a big match, bro. Holy. One sec.
Yeah, we could. If do I have school? I have school. I can't watch that. Well, I mean, I finish at 2:30, so I can watch, but I won't be able to do a watch along.
No, we have a game by the way on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we do. What time?
It hasn't been announced yet, but you'll get an email and I'll let you know though. But anyway, yeah. So listen, it's not looking good for United to be fair, and obviously their whole Anthony thing. Even though the whole Anthony thing, I think like genuinely, I think it's like I don't think the investigation is gonna go on for much longer, to be honest. But for now, it is what it is.
But
United.
him being on the team is this. I don't think him coming to the team is gonna benefit
No,
them
no, no,
much.
of course not. I mean, that brother was playing like I would play if I was a right winger. But
I don't. One is that's Man United,
that's
and
Man United.
so yeah, that's
Let's
Man
move on to Sunday, which is today, Sunday, September
That is
7th.
the game we just was. So yeah, Chelsea Bournemouth real quick. I mean, boring game. Chelsea
So
sucked.
boring. It was so boring. Like Chelsea had a couple good chances in that second half. You had
They had
Sterling
few-
with the.
Even Bournemouth had a few chances.
They had a few chances too. To be fair, I mean, bro, honestly, Sanchez is not like, he's not terrible.
No,
He's
no,
decent.
he's nah.
He's decent to be fair. Like he made some. He came up for some crosses. He did his thing. Sterling had like almost like so close to scoring that free kick,
Yeah, no.
but it was a bit tough for him. Not tough for him. Sorry, there was the Levi Colwill was offside, so he couldn't put it away. But genuinely a very boring game. The best thing about that game was Chelsea's kit. I'll be so honest. Like other than
That
that,
kid is cool. It's a nice kit, man.
it's a nice kit to be fair. Like I don't know how much longer Chelsea can rock without the sponsor. I remember I went to go see it. Like I obviously would never buy a Chelsea kit, but I went to like our local footy store, and apparently the brother was saying like they weren't allowed to sell those kits because they had no sponsor. So I don't know. I guess maybe that's just the Canada thing. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure people in the UK probably own those jerseys. Or
Yeah, probably. I don't like. For me, no, I would never buy a Chelsea kit, no matter how nice it is.
I would never buy a rival team's kit. Like I would never buy a Spurs kit, a City kit, a United kit.
Yeah, I would never do this shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
There was that.
I'm not a
Then the
Glazer.
game we just watched, which was obviously Arsenal Everton. So I mean,
That was a boring game too. To be fair, honestly, yesterday's
yeah,
games were a lot more
wasn't
fun.
that great. It wasn't that great. Like anytime you play against one of these teams, Everton's man, like they just park the bus and it just makes it boring for everyone else.
100%.
Arsenal got the win. That's all that's important. That
All
takes
that
us
matters. Yeah, you guys are fourth now.
now we're
Tied with
City,
us.
Ian, and then you guys.
We're
us,
third, and then Spurs right above us, and then City first.
Yeah, it's
That's an
literally
interesting
based
top four.
It's based all on just goal difference so far.
Yeah.
Basically, like we have the same amount of points. Everything is just you guys have.
100. It's early, brother. It's early. Like things could change. I mean, obviously, you guys are about to have some champ. So you have on Wednesday against PSV. Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys are about to have some Champions League bouts. Which, to be fair, I just realized that means I think we'd have to resubscribe to. I'm not trying to plug those brothers, but I mean, I guess fine. Sponsor us, the Zone, if you guys want to plug.
Don't sponsor us, please.
But you know what's funny, bro? Like just I mean, aside from that, I mean, it was Trossard who scored for you, and we were talking during the stream about how he's underrated, and then the brother just goes and scores. So, shout outs to that. Obviously, guys, if you guys want to watch more of our live watch alongs, we'll be doing all of those from now on TikTok. Because I just feel like it's a more interactive platform to do the live watch alongs. But Arsenal gets the win. Honestly, like it is what it is. Everton had Everton surprisingly their defense being pretty shambolic in previous games. It was pretty solid today. Like Arsenal was pushing and you guys had that one goal that was called offside, but other than that, a win is a win is a win, and you guys did it away, which is good. Next game for you guys is on Wednesday, Champions League. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then the league game will be against Spurs next week at 9.
Sunday?
So
Is it Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna. But we have to wake up for that one, bro.
it is
We
gonna
have to
be-
wake up for that one so we can stream it.
Or it's Saturday. Is it Saturday or Sunday? No, I think it's on Saturday.
Oh,
Let me check. It would be the 24th. Yeah, so it's Sunday then. Never mind.
So-
Yeah, it is Sunday.
all right, sounds good. So yeah, so you guys already know about that. Now, so that's Premier League. Let's quickly talk about La Liga because there is a Real Madrid game at 3 p.m. So obviously it hasn't happened yet, but that's against Real Sociedad.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
good game. Could be watching that.
huh?
I'm gonna watch that game.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Honestly, it's decent. Like I won't like be super focused because I've spent literally the entire weekend watching. I'm probably just gonna kick back and play some video games. But what I will say is Barcelona with now their new signings both starting.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about that because that's important for you. I mean, you were really excited, especially about that right back signing. But obviously you got Jao Felix, which is like icing on the cake for you. Let's talk about that. That's your Ansu Fati replacement, I guess, essentially. Eh?
Look, I'll say this. Yeah, João Cancelo in one game has had a better game than Sergio Roberto's had in his entire Barca career. I'll say that. Nah, man. Like some dude said it yesterday. I remember it was on Twitter, bro. Barca's right back slot's been a barren wasteland for
Yeah.
7 years, and then Cancelo came and watered it.
What since
Basically.
Alves?
Yeah, no, it's since Alves left Barca in 2016, bro. Like, yeah, and he's great because whenever we're in attack, he's like a Zinchenko. Whenever we're in attack, basically, he just inverts to the midfield. So then we like
Yeah,
basically have more midfielders than on defense. Like, nah, he's great. Plus, like he scored a really
he's
nice
good, man.
goal
He does the
yesterday.
same thing for Portugal too. Eh?
Nah, he's good. João Felix was good too because as well what people would have probably noticed because Lewandowski yesterday. I don't know if you've been watching Barca this year, but Lewandowski this whole season has really like even though he has 3 goals in 5 games, his overall play has been really bad.
Yeah,
Like he gets the ball, he loses it all the time. He
yeah.
can't hold the hold. And the thing is with that is because he's always isolated. Because Xavi was trying to play with this 4 midfielder bullshit, which I don't know why he was doing.
Hmm.
Right? Now because we have someone Cancelo who can invert into the midfield, on top of the fact that now we have like more attackers. The thing is right now is that he because João Felix isn't necessarily a left winger. He's more of a left forward.
Hmm.
The thing is, because he kind of cuts in towards the middle, he relieves pressure off of Lewandowski. So Lewandowski had like his best game of the season yesterday.
Yeah.
He scored. He looked really good. He assisted, I think, 2 of the goals. Like no, it was very good yesterday. And there was that. Ferran Torres scored a really nice free kick.
Yeah, first one since Messi.
Yeah, Rafinha scored a really nice goal at Casoda. No, overall, like yeah, it was.
Good play, bro. Good
It was
play from
like,
you guys.
like I said, and the most important thing for us was getting a right back. João Felix
I
is
felt like
really
you guys were really gelling. I didn't watch the game,
no,
like
no,
live, but I
great
felt like
love.
you guys were so much more like like like
Betis is a
flowing.
very good team. They're not
They're
scrubs.
not us, yeah. They're not a slouch, yeah.
They're good. They're a good team in La Liga. That's the thing. So like, winning that was good. Yeah, especially 5-0. Like that was. I don't know if you also I don't know if you saw, but like literally all of Betis's like back four was were Barca
Yeah,
from Barca.
yeah,
El Lorena right back was from our academy. Mark Bartra was out, but was like from our academy, and he was also at Barca on the senior team. Miranda on the left back was he played like I think 3 times for the senior team, and then we sold him. But like he's from the academy.
yeah.
And then their other center back, I forgot his name, but he was also from Barca. So yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Oh yeah, and they also Ez Abde, one of their attackers. He's from Barca too. So like yeah,
Nice.
literally like half their fucking team is from us.
Yeah, bro. It's
No, it
crazy.
was good. Like, if we keep this team honestly healthy, like if this is like if and you gotta get and someone mentioned it too as well. That was our starting 11 yesterday. We won 5-0, and that's without we didn't Rafinha wasn't there, Pedri, Araujo, um, what's his name? Lamine Yamal was on the bench, whatever. It's like you have that team, and then you add that on top. Now Barca are looking good.
Yeah, Barca looking
Like,
good, bro. Barca looking good. Like, and obviously, like we haven't seen Real since the international break, so we'll see what they do today. They're also not playing against a bunch of slouches today, so like, it's definitely looking like a Real Barca race. But Barca's looking good. Barca is looking good.
no, I'm convinced. Like Madrid right now, they're 2 points above us. They might win this game, whatever. But like, I mean, actually, right now, I think no. Right now, Barca's actually top of the Liga, but Madrid, if they win today, they go 2 points above us.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not worried on Madrid are gonna fall off eventually. Like I don't see them doing
I don't see them doing much this year. I think they're I think they'll hit their stride really next year, especially if they secure Mbappe's signature. That's when I think they might because they might. I mean, I guess the thing is a window with Mbappe for Madrid is pretty probably a window that doesn't have any more signings other than that, really. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't.
And I think that Madrid also doesn't like. They also need like a replacement right back, for example. They also would need a new left back. Their defenders are good when healthy. Their center backs are solid.
Yeah.
But Madrid is not in a position right now, in my opinion, to win the Champions League, for example, or to win La Liga. I think Barcelona is in a position to win La Liga. And honestly, Barcelona is in a position to definitely get out of the group stage this year. Uh,
Oh, bro, if we all get out the group this year, then I'm not a Barca fan anymore.
all right, nah,
The
bro,
group we
chill.
have is piss easy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Which is a bit sad, but like it is what it is. Um,
Well, we'll get
but
onto that after because it will be the question of the day. Like
yeah,
it will be.
let's yeah, for sure.
I'll continue
Other
with
than
that.
that though, um,
Well,
I
but I would like to do. I would like to go through the Champions League games for this week
yeah,
and
sure.
make a
Let me just pull them up so that I know what you're talking about. So they start. It's Wednesday, right?
Tuesday. First game's on
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Yeah, true.
So we'll go number one. I'll hit you with this: Barcelona versus Antwerp. I mean, Barca win that. I mean, that's home as
Well, I'm gonna
well.
be
To be
honest.
honest.
I never heard of no Antwerp in my life, bro.
I
Is
think they're
that
Belgium.
Turkish? Oh,
No, I think
Belgium,
Antwerp.
Belgium. Yeah.
They're Belgium from Belgium, man.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, Barca, I mean, you're probably not gonna watch that. I'm gonna definitely watch that because Barca.
I
But yeah,
have.
that's
I'll be
easy one.
home, so I could watch it. But I think if there's other 3 p.m. games, let me just check. Are those the only 3
Yeah,
p.m. games?
PSG and Dortmund was
Yeah.
is
That I'd probably watch
Tuesday's
that.
games are relatively meh. It's Wednesday's games that are
No,
gonna be
I don't
good.
know. Newcastle, Milan.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Champions League this year is so weak, man.
Yeah,
Like, it's
but no, that Newcastle Milan game, I won't be able like I won't I might
Yo,
be able
man,
to
let's
like
make
watch it,
some.
but
I want to hit you with some predictions. Okay, Barca Antwerp. Barca won that comfortably. Man
sure.
City versus Crvena Zvezda. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Man
That's
City are winning that. Milan and Newcastle. What do you think wins that? It's gonna be in Milan, and I personally think Milan are gonna win the not comfortably, but I think they win that maybe like a. I'm gonna go. You know
I
what?
don't know, bro. Milan just got their booty spanked by Inter
Yeah, but
yesterday.
Milan's been getting their booty spanked by Inter for the last like 3 years, bro. Like they're the most
Oh,
derbies they're playing
okay,
against in
so
West
you
Division.
okay, so I'll say you say Milan, I'll say Newcastle.
I'm saying Milan
Um,
win that too. I'm saying
but
2.
Milan has the Champions League experience that Newcastle lacks, which can be in their favor. Is that in that's in Italy?
No, it's in Milan. Yeah,
Oh, actually, yeah,
I'm
maybe.
saying
Actually, no, no. I changed. I changed it. I changed it. I
I'm
think
saying
AC
Milan
wins. I think
2-0.
AC wins.
I'm saying 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
man,
I'll say 2-1.
I say 2-0. You have RB Leipzig versus Young Boys. I don't know why they're called Young Boys. Yeah, Leipzig. I'm pretty sure win that. PSG
Bro, I
and
just read
Dortmund.
that as BBC Young Boys, bro. Bro, forget about. Uh, so we got okay. You got City versus yeah, all right, that's City.
I already called that. You have Dortmund and PSG. Now I believe it's gonna be in Paris. But PSG this year
PSV's
have
been
gotten
looking
off to a
kind of
very bad
trash,
start.
bro. I mean, they just lost to
And
um,
Nice, I think. Yeah,
was it Nice?
I think yeah. Was it they
They're fifth
lost
in
this?
their league. They have eight
Yeah, was
points in 5 games.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro, they've not been looking. Yeah, it was Nice 3-2,
Mhm,
and that was a game where I'm pretty sure they went down 3-1,
mhm.
and
No,
that
no.
like that second goal was just like a consolation prize kind of thing. I still think that PSG wins. But that's coming from a guy who hasn't really been watching too much Dortmund. Like I'll be honest, like I haven't been keeping track. Let's see from their position in Bundesliga. So they're seventh in their league. They're also on 8 points in 4 games though. Um,
I
yeah,
think
I say
PSG are
PSG.
gonna win it. I think PSG will win it just because like anytime you have the star
It's at
player,
home too. Like so, I
yeah,
think
you're more
yeah,
likely to win when you have Mbappe on your team. So I will say that, but
yeah. Plus, and you never know. Like obviously Dembele hasn't been great for PSG so far, but like that could be the game where he like, picks it up. Yeah,
there's that. You have Lazio, Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico probably win that lot. I mean, they did get spanked yesterday by Valencia.
there's a lot
Lazio
of
have
games.
been
Holy smokes. Yeah.
dog shit this year. They've won 3 losses in their first 4 games in
Who?
at least. Lazio.
Yeah, so I think Atletico wins that, eh? I think
Yeah.
Atletico wins that. Celtic, I don't have enough info. I bet Feyenoord maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have enough
I'll
information,
go Celtic just because they have Brendan Rodgers, man, the goat.
obviously.
I'll say Celtic. And then Shakhtar and Porto. I think Porto win
Porto
that.
wins that, yeah.
Don't- Moving on
Galatasaray
to
versus
Wednesday.
Copenhagen. That's I think Galatasaray. Uh,
Galatasaray. Look, moving on to Wednesday, real quick. Okay, Galatasaray, Copenhagen. I think Galatasaray. Sevilla, Lens. I think Sevilla. Inter versus Real
Sevilla, yeah.
Sociedad. I'm going Inter. Benfica and Salzburg. I'm saying Benfica and Napoli and Sporting Braga. I'm saying Napoli. But the 3 main ones I want to talk about. So yeah, Madrid, Union Berlin. I think that's gonna be a massacre. I think Madrid are gonna dust Berlin.
Yeah, they're gonna turn them into
They're gonna turn them into what? Into fucking spaghetti.
I don't know.
So there's that. Arsenal, PSV. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as what some people think it might be, but I still think Arsenal win that maybe like a 2-1.
Two
I
one.
think it will be comfortable.
I think two
And
one for that. That's in East.
Bayern
That was at home. Yeah.
and United. Now that's
Which one?
I'm Bayern Man United.
That's the game of the weekend, or that's the game of the week, to be honest.
I'm thinking Bayern win that, and I'm not only saying win that. I think
3-0.
like I'm talking like 3-4. I'm so
Yeah,
serious.
3-0. That's in Bayern, eh?
That's in Bayern as well.
Yeah, that's 3-0, bro. I think yeah. If I don't know though, but you can. But that's a good game, man. I think we need to live stream that game, bro. That's on Wednesday at 3 p.m. I'll be home. Like literally, like I would have just got home from work, so
Yeah,
we need to be on that.
But yeah, going on before we log off, I want to hit you with the question of the week. Who do you think? So, who do you think? Who's your favorite to win the Champions League? Who do you think is the team is going to win the Champions League this year?
I'll give you two.